Okay. So we are going live, but for some reason it's not. Let's go to this computer. Okay. How do I switch it to Google Hangout? Google Hangout. Knock it off. I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Okay. Hey guys, how do I get a how to switch to Google Hangouts? You guys know how to switch to Google Hangouts? Because that way I can gosh, this is annoying. Oh, here's an idea. Okay. Kahoot.com. This is gonna be super, a little tricky. Okay. Log in. Discover. Give me 1 second, guys. Log in with Google. Log in that account. Sweet. Okay, here we are. So silly. Okay. So, my Kahoots. Play this one. Woo! Hey. This is so stupid. It's great. Okay. So, we are going to get started on our Kahoot. This is about as lame as it possibly can get. So guys, we will start this Kahoot at, let's see, we'll start it in about 5 minutes. Hopefully more people can get in. I'm so sorry this is really late, guys. I'm really sorry. Let's see something. People, we almost have a full class. It's exciting. Apply 553663. NASA. Double hashtag, that's exciting. Viola Sunderman, wonder who that one is. Burrito. So guys, we got 4 more minutes before we get started. No big deal, but I'm a little bit excited. We're almost bigger than a full class size. Whoa. AB Ninja. So actually, interesting fun fact. So the textbook, for some reason, doesn't have anything on ninjas. So Mr. Lyons and I are going to be doing a different thing for Japan than what our textbook necessarily has, because that's straight up ridiculous. Oh, one more person and we'll have a bigger than a class. It's exciting. Currently, whoa, 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 whoa. Nerf tracer. Do you trace nerfs? Sounds exciting. So we'll start at 7:01. We have a little bit over a minute left. $38. Woo! No big deal, guys, but this is our biggest Kahoot to date. No big deal or anything. We can see okay? 39. Woo! Wait a second. Q Hagen. Didn't we already have a Q? Quentin. Less than 1 minute to play. Bobby McBobby. Nice. Ryan is Juice World. Curious which Ryan that is. And we go in right now. China unit review. So what is cast iron? A mineral used to make porcelain, a type of glaze used for painting porcelain, iron ore that is melted and molded into shapes, or a method of printing? Remember, it's always better to take your time. In fact, a lot of people that took their time on the last set of quizzes did much better. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, excellent. Yes, iron ore that is melted and molded into shapes. It's not necessarily going to be so much for porcelain stuff. Ooh, I misspelled that. It's a little bit of something to look out for. But the method of printing, not quite. But good job, guys. Iron ore is going to be melted and molded. Nick Mackey in the lead. When the Chinese already had iron, why did they develop a way to make steel? Steel is stronger than iron. Steel is weaker than iron. Steel is easier to make than iron, or steel is more available than iron. Nice. Yes, steel is stronger than iron. Steel is not more available than iron. It may be more available today, but that's because we use it from way back. So, and steel is actually a lot stronger than iron. Less brittle. Jenna, who'd have seen that one coming? To people who believed in the mandate of heaven, when was it all right to overthrow the emperor? Never at any time. When he ruled badly, when he became unpopular, or when citizens wanted a change. Awesome. Yeah, when he rules badly, particularly this is going to be like, especially in a natural disaster, that's going to be his time to shine. If he doesn't do well, people are going to think it's the reason that event happened was because he was ruling badly. Not necessarily because he becomes unpopular or when citizens want to change. That's not really a thing. Baby Ninja has risen above. Why did Europeans refer to fine dinnerware as China? Europeans copied Chinese art to print on their pottery. Chinese pottery was common in Europe because of its low cost. The shapes of Chinese plates and bowls were unpopular. Or rich Europeans bought the pottery because of its high quality. Whoever has placed a bot, please remove it. Whoa, Whoa, that was a little all over the board, but it's hard to tell with a bot. So rich Europeans are going to buy the pottery because of its really high quality. In fact, if your parents have some what they call China, or what your grandparents may call China, if you hold it up in front of a light bulb, you can actually see the light pass through it. That's considered high quality China. Which dynasty created the civil service examination? The Han Dynasty, the Sui Dynasty, the Tang Dynasty, or the Ming Dynasty? Remember, guys, it's totally okay if you decide to use your notes and whatnot, especially your packet on this bout. Woo! Yeah, it's gonna be the Han Dynasty. All those other dynasties, they're just pretenders. Rachel Komrosky, Miss Komrosky. Woo! And Jordan Komrosky. Guys, are you guys even trying? How did the Chinese first use rockets? To explore space, to send up fireworks, to construct long bridges, or to move junks across the sea? Woo! Yeah, they're gonna send up fireworks. There is a particular fun case in which a guy decided he was going to go explore space, and he strapped a bunch of fireworks to his what do you call it? He strapped a bunch of fireworks to his chair, and then off he went. However, he never really came back. Excellent. The Komroskis are pulling ahead. A dynasty is a what? Rule by officials by a proven merit, complete history of one emperor, political leaders of a territory, or the line of rulers from the same family. Amazing. 175 answers. It's more than I have students. Yeah, it's going to be a line of rulers from the same family. Good job. It's not going to be political leaders of a territory or the complete history of one emperor. That'd be a little insane because a lot of these emperors didn't live very long. Whoa, Jordan has barely pulled ahead, and Stella is making a comeback. In a meritocracy, selection of officials was based on birth, wealth, test scores, or a popular vote. Excellent. Yeah, it's going to be test scores. Who'd have thought if with good test scores you could go places? Also, P.S. by the way, popular vote, nobody cares. However, the wealth would seem like something that you would need. However, not necessarily so the case. Oops. Okay. Jordan's rising. To navigate across open ocean, the Chinese invented a device based on alchemy, astrology, magnetism, or gravitation. This one's a little bit challenging, so really take your time and think about what this device is. Woo, this one's a little tricky. Yeah, so it's going to be magnetism. So that's something to definitely keep in mind. The way a compass works is because of the magnet inside it. Whoa, hey, Quentin has pulled ahead of the Kumroskis. The Chinese improved boat travel when they developed the paddle wheel boats powered by people, oxen, steam, or lodestones. Excellent, guys. So yeah, the Chinese are going to improve boat travel by using people. Oxen, the Romans are going to do that, but it's not really going to be a thing. The lodestone, however, is going to be not a thing, nor the oxen too much. Steam may make sense, but it's not going to be until about the mid 1800s at best. Why did the Chinese develop a way to inoculate people? To disinfect germs in clothing, to prevent the spread of disease, to encourage them to drink tea, or to help people learn to use mechanical clocks. Excellent. It's going to be a way to prevent the spread of disease. It's not so much going to be to disinfect germs in clothing. They don't really think that's a thing yet. So don't worry about that. Shrish has risen above and beyond. Why did the Chinese build ships with separate watertight compartments? So a leak in one part would not sink the ship. So each merchant's goods were easy to identify. So the ship could be raised or lowered through a lock. So spices could be carried long distances without spoiling. Excellent. Yeah. So it's going to be so a leak in one part would not sink the ship. Think of the Titanic. It was very similar. The lock system is not necessarily what we're thinking of in that regard. So it's something to keep in mind. Jenna, apparently you're back in the game. That's exciting. The Komorowskis are still close. If only Shrish may fall. The Chinese invented a type of fine pottery called clay, porcelain, quartz, or marble. Excellent. It's going to be porcelain. Quartz and marble are natural things, and so is clay, but porcelain is going to be a finer combination. Whoa, up 514 places. Cutie sub PewDiePie. It's exciting. And Trashy is also rising behind Baby Ninja. Which Chinese invention revolutionized military technology? The mechanical clock, which is arguable, the magnetic compass, which is also arguable, gunpowder, which is arguable, and wood block printing. Excellent. It is going to be gunpowder. The magnetic compass, while it does make a big difference, is not necessarily going to be what revolutionaries military. Before gunpowder, they didn't have guns. Think of that. What a crazy world that would have been. Okay, China's golden age of expansion and prosperity occurred during which dynasty? The Qin Dynasty, the Han Dynasty, the Tang Dynasty, or the Song Dynasty? Awesome. Yeah, so it is going to be the Han Dynasty. Those guys, they're kind of the biggies. Trashy is risen. Oh, Shrish. So close. If you wanted a job in government service under the Song Dynasty, which would you study? The engineering of roads, the laws of other nations, the teachings of Confucius, or the languages of Europeans? Sorry for the long questions, guys. I put it on a 60-second thing because YouTube Live has a 10-second delay. Woo! Yeah, it is going to be the teachings of Confucius. It's not necessarily going to be about roads or laws of other nations. That doesn't necessarily matter to the Song Dynasty. Trashy is rising. All over China by the 700s, the popularity of one drink led to the opening of wine bars, tea houses, beer cellars, or coffee houses. Oh man, my neighbor's getting pizza. Does sound pretty good right now. Woo! Tea houses. Yeah, wine bars. Wine's actually going to be really boring until they discover the new world. So that's not going to be a thing. Coffee houses also are not going to be a thing until Napoleon invades Russia in about the early 1800s. And beer cellars wasn't really a thing. But it's definitely going to be tea houses. So good job there, guys. Kennedy. Oh, man. Why did many ancient Chinese steam the clothing of someone who was sick? To lower the person's temperature, to warn others to stay at a distance, to prevent the spread of infection, or to keep the sick room smelling sweet. Excellent. Yeah, it's going to be to prevent the spread of infection. And we're going to take a look at the Black Death and how that directly relates to that later on in the year. Steam is actually going to raise a person's temperature, and to warn others to stay at a distance, steam's not really super helpful on that because it disappears real quick. Kennedy's pulling away. Hopefully Trashy can take on it. Which is true about the civil service exams during the Song Dynasty. A large portion of candidates passed the exam. The exams were set up to prevent cheating. Only the people from upper classes could take the exam, or all of the above. And remember the civil service exams during that Mulan documentary that we watched. Civil service exams, that mean squiggly little guy, he was one of the people that took the civil service exam. No, we have technical. No. So let's see. The exams were definitely set up to prevent cheating. And a large portion of candidates actually did not pass. So that's something to keep in mind. Oh, Kennedy. Kennedy has to like really trip up. Last question. Imperial China has been divided into different periods by historians. How are they split? By emperor, by foreign rule, by dynasty, or by government policy? Excellent. Yeah, it's going to be by dynasty. By government policy would be crazy. By foreign rule, that would be, not as common. Or by emperor also would not be very common, but I have a feeling that's primarily bots. So, woo, Kennedy, look at you. Good job. Trashy, you let me know who you are. You will be the prime recipient of 3 PBISs. Elsa, with a decent level bronze, you will actually be receiving 1. So Kennedy, you let me know what exactly you want, because I do have a 3D printer that is currently building something for me. So if you want something, you let me know, or I can just give you a buttload of PBS tickets. But 3D printing might be more fun, so you let me know. Have a good night, guys.